Hey everybody, it's Andy Sokolovich here, also known as Andy the Marketing Guy from Clinton, Iowa. Just coming to you today with a simple message. I was thinking about this over the last couple of days, and I want to talk about clearly defining your goals. There's an old saying that I think some preacher had came up with, and I can't remember the guy's name to give him credit. Basically, it says, if there's mist in the pulpit, there's going to be fog in the pews. What does that mean? It means our job as effective business leaders and community leaders is to clearly define the goals and the vision that we are trying to pursue. When I was in the military, if we were given a mission, if we were given a direction, but we didn't know what success meant, how are we ever supposed to take the correct steps to get to that point? And I think a lot of business leaders, managers really do miss the concept of clearly defining their goals. It's easy to have a vision up here, and trust me, I'm one of the biggest critics, I guess, when it comes to looking at a vision and then kind of losing focus as we move towards it. But what I've learned over the years that I've been doing this business and that I've been involved in the community is that whether it's business or we're talking about municipal leadership, you're never going to be able to get to the finish line unless you tell somebody where that finish line is. We have to clearly define our goals and our visions. Again, like the old saying, if it's misty in the pew, if it's misty in the pulpit, it's going to be foggy in the pew. We have to be able to clearly define our goals. So how do we do that? Well, as business leaders, we have to be able to take what's up here and convey it into an easily understood manner for the rest of our employees and our teams to understand what we're trying to pursue. So some of the ways that I like to do that is I break things down into the most simplistic form I possibly can. And I do it in small, bite-sized chunks, just like the rungs of a ladder. Each chunk that I break down is another step closer to attaining that goal. But you have to do that. So when you sit down at your Monday morning quarterback meetings and you figure out what you're going to do for the week, don't tell somebody that you have a vision of what you want the business to become a decade down the road. Tell somebody what you want the business to become by Friday afternoon, and then work towards attaining that vision. The same thing applies if you're a city official or you're a community leader. I understand everybody has these illusions of grandeur and these big, complex scenarios, and one day they'll pound their fist on the table and say, one day we'll be like this, which is great. But that one day is way down the road. So what can we do? What steps can we take to get to that goal or to attain that vision today? What can we do? Coming up in the next couple of weeks is going to be Earth Day, and then following that, it's going to be some community cleanup projects. But what we can do now to prepare ourselves to look better to people that are coming into the city of Clinton and people that are visiting our business is start tidying things up. The other day I was sitting in the Leadership Institute, and we had somebody there from the Clinton Conventions and Visitors Bureau, and they were basically telling us, and it was also somebody from the rec department, Greg Oberon, and they were telling us about all these amazing things that are inside the city of Clinton. And just like you as a business leader, probably telling your customers all the amazing things that are inside of your business. But what you're missing is you're not able to communicate that information to those who are outside of your community or outside of your business. And those are the people who matter most. We take care of those that we surround ourselves closely with, our citizens, our current customers, but we have to modify our message to appeal to those who aren't already doing business with us or aren't already living in the city of Clinton. And one of the ways that we do that is if you picture a business, and I'll use my remote here, and this is the checkout, and this book I have is the entrance. When somebody comes in, you have to be able to kind of step outside your own vision, delete any kind of subjective thoughts you have of your own business, and look at how it appears, the initial perception that somebody gets when they come in that front door, they go around your store until ultimately they go to checkout. What's going on? How's your store laid out? What are they seeing? Is everything clean, needy, weeds, cracked paint? What can you do today to make that process easier and more appealing to them? The same applies to city government and the development of our community. When somebody drives into our city, what are they seeing before they get to Eagle Point Park, before they get to our riverfront? And how can we take action today to make those areas more appealing so we give a great initial impression to those that are visiting our community for the first time? But you see what I'm saying is you have a vision, you have a goal, but sometimes you have to break that down into small segments and then work towards completing those little missions, okay? Those little details That's what matters. You know, they all say the devil's in the details, but it's true. Details do matter. Ultimately, nobody's going to find our riverfront appealing or Eagle Point Park appealing or our products or service offerings appealing until they're able to experience what we have to offer. And that's your job as a business manager and a business leader, and it's your job as a community leader, to give them the best possible scenario, to gift wrap it, show them what we're made of, stay positive. And that's pretty much it. You know, this was a simple message to start, but I was just thinking about that because it's one thing to promote. I mean, here we are, we're promoting all the great things that they're due to the city of Clinton, to people that live in Clinton, and we're promoting all the great things about our business to people that are already doing business with us. But what are we doing to expand that voice to those who are outside of our community or outside of our business? And then, again, a very important step. I like to say it's a 20-yard approach, is walk outside of your business, walk backwards for 20 yards, and then soak it all in. What are you seeing? Look at every single detail. Just like in the military, a white glove inspection. Look at what other people are seeing when they approach your business, because ultimately that's the first impression, and you're never going to get that back. So take care of what's yours. Take care of what you have responsibility for. Slap some paint on, clean up your yard, clean up your storefront, pick the weeds in your parking lot, paint those shutters, clean the glass. All those little things do matter. In the big scheme of things, in order to get somebody from point A to point B, you got to take care of everything in between. All right, that's it. Have an awesome week and a great weekend. Today's Thursday. I'm driving down to Bettendorf. My wife's got to go to the VA. She's getting a cortisone injection in her knee, so she can't drive after that. So, hopefully it goes well. Wish me luck. But until then, hope you guys just have an awesome rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. See you.